everybody, my name is Kelly Baily and I am with Kelly Baily Wellness. Welcome to my studio. Today we are going to be doing an advanced workout. So you're going to see me use a little bit more equipment. I'm going to do a little bit less explaining because if you're doing a workout like this, you probably are familiar a little bit more with weight training and some of the concepts and some of the form. But I will do my best to give modifications and still go through some form stuff. So it would be helpful if you have dumbbells that range from anywhere from light all the way up to fairly heavy, and you're also going to see me use barbells today. But anything that I'm using barbells for, you can use dumbbells for those exercises as well. So you might also want to have a bench and, as always, water. And if you don't have a bench, you can probably use like a low coffee table or whatever you happen to have. In some cases, you can just be on the floor. So we're going to start with a dynamic warm-up. I will also say that it's before you start this workout, it would be great if you did a more general warm-up. So that's going to be something like walking for 5 to 10 minutes, cycling. I actually just got off with my bike because with this workout, it's really important to kind of get your muscles warmed up, your joints warmed up. And I'm going to take you through a dynamic warm-up. So again, just focusing more in on keeping our joints, starting to lube our joints up, getting ready for this workout. So the first thing that you're going to do for our dynamic warm-up is we're going to do something called an inchworm. You're going to put your hands on the floor. You're going to walk out to plank position. And you're going to walk all the way back in, stand all the way back up. So hands on the floor, all the way out, all the way back up. It is okay to bend your knees, but you'll feel that you're getting a stretch through the back of the leg. And we're warming up our shoulders and our core and a little bit of our low back. So walking out, walk all the way back, stand up. Let's do one more of those. And you're gonna stay out here now in your plank position. And we're gonna do a T-plank. So you're gonna reach your hand up to the ceiling, down, and then you're gonna go to the other side. So we're shifting back and forth in our plank position. If this hurts your wrists, you can do this from a forearm plank. It's a little bit more awkward to do the turn, but it's doable. So I'm going to go back to my straight arm. Make sure you're breathing. And I probably should have put my hair up. Let's do one more each way. There we go. All right, stay in your plank position. You're gonna walk it back up. You're gonna stand all the way back up. Now we're gonna go into some body weight squats. So this is gonna help us warm up our lower body. We're gonna get prepared for some of the heavier work that we're gonna do. You wanna make sure that your squat form is on before you grab weights. So with your squat, front view, knees should always track over the feet, so not allowing the knees to come in. So let's go ahead and start some nice slow squats. And I'm going down as low as I can comfortably. Now I'm going to give you a side view. You're going to pretend you're sitting down on something behind you. So squatting down, keeping the weight towards the back of my foot. I can almost always have a little bit of room between my toe and the floor, even as I'm coming up. So let's go ahead and keep doing squats. Not too fast. Keep your chin up. Focus on good form. If you don't have good form without weights, adding weight to your squat is not going to help improve your form. All right, next what we're gonna do is an unweighted deadlift. So Our workout today, we actually start with deadlifts. And again, it's important to have proper form down with deadlifts. So I'm gonna pretend I'm holding a bar right at my thighs, and I'm gonna slide that bar right down past the knee. I'm gonna stop there, and you can see that my positioning, my weight is still towards the back of my foot. My back is straight. I'm not rounding my shoulders. I'm straight. Hips are still pushed back some. And I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna bring my shoulders back a little bit. My chin stays up. So let's go ahead and practice that movement. As you're doing this, you're squeezing from behind. That's how you wanna come back to your standing position. That bar or your dumbbells, whatever you're holding, should always stay close to your body, never out here. And standing up, let's do a few more of those. So this is how I like to do my warm-ups. I like to practice all of the motions that I'm gonna add weight to. We've got one more. So we're gonna do a split lunge, but body weight. We are gonna add weight to this eventually. So you wanna get yourself into a position where one foot is behind, and it shouldn't be uncomfortable. You don't need to be out like that. It should be comfortable. Both knees are gonna bend. You're gonna drop straight down towards the floor. And balance is key here. So if you need something to hold on to, a wall or a chair, you might want to have that handy. You drop straight down. Weight is in my heel on the front. Come straight back up. So we are going to add weight to this movement during the workout. But we want to do a few of these here. If lunges are not good for your body, not good for your knees, in many cases, you can replace lunges with step-ups. So if you have a set of stairs in your house, if you have a step-ups are often better, or you could just go back to a squat, or you can find another lower body movement that's still gonna work the legs, but maybe not put so much pressure on the knees. All right, let's switch it up. All right, so dog just ran in. That was a cut. All right, so we're gonna go back to, we're learning our form for our lunge. You're gonna drop straight down, and remember, you kind of want your feet staggered a little bit here so that you're not right in line where that's really going to challenge your balance. When we're holding weight, we don't want too much of a balance challenge. We're focused on building the strength. All right. I'm going to do a few of these lunges. Once again, we're just getting warmed up. And then we're going to get into a little bit more of an advanced workout. We're going to focus on lower body first. We're going to do something called supersetting, where we're really going to target the same muscle groups for successive exercises. Gonna take pretty good rest breaks between our circuits. All right, kind of roll the ankles out here. So this type of a workout, you are looking to lift as heavy as you can safely, but for lower repetitions. So we're really focused in this workout on building strength. That also means you often need more time between your sets. So we are going to start with a lower body, and another tip for you guys, try to always write your stuff down. Write down the date you did it, write down how much weight you lifted, write down how many reps you did for each exercise, so that next time you can go back and challenge yourself. I'm always writing my stuff down. All right, so we're gonna start with a deadlift, which I'm gonna use the bar for, but you can use dumbbells if you have them. Then we're gonna do a goblet squat, a split lunge, and a hip extension. So make sure you got your water. Catch your breath here. And we are gonna get started. So We are starting with a heavy deadlift. I'm gonna roll my bar out here. Okay, so once again, with deadlift, if you don't have a bar, you can very easily use a heavier set of dumbbells, and you're gonna do the same movement that we practiced in the warm-up. So for deadlift, I'm gonna grip my bar. I'm gonna put my chin up. I'm gonna get my bar real close to my shins. This is not a great, if you're using a bar, wearing shorts during doing this is not a great thing. All right, I'm gonna look up in the mirror. I'm gonna set myself, set my back. I'm gonna pull the bar up. And now I'm gonna allow it to slide down the leg, just below the knee, come back up. Keep my back straight. Not allowing the shoulders to round. So make sure you've grabbed your bar, your weights. We're gonna go to 10 repetitions on this. If your shoulders are rounding, you are lifting too heavy. You should be able to keep your back straight. Breathe out as you come up. And of course, I've lost count here somewhere in there. So, always do 2 more for good measure, if you can. All right, set down with care. Gonna take a little bit of a breather here. Want to catch your breath? We're gonna get ready for the next thing, which is a goblet squat. We're gonna add a little bit of something to that. So, for goblet squat, again, shooting for 8 to 10 reps. So by the time you get to the 8th or the 10th rep, you should feel like you couldn't do too many more. So you're gonna take relatively heavy weight that you can squat with safely, and you're gonna hold it right at your chest, and you're gonna squat down with it. I'm gonna take an extra second here though to catch my breath, grab a little bit of water. When you're doing a strength building workout, it's very important to give yourself enough rest between your exercises. It allows you to really challenge yourself with each exercise and each set. All right, so grab your weight, remember your squat form, push the hips back, and I know I can do 10 for this, so I'm gonna do 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep your chin up, 7, knees go out, 8, 9, and 10. If you have a squat rack with a barbell, you could also do this with a bar on your back. That's gonna allow you to lift a little bit more weight. All right, quick rest break here, then we're gonna do split lunge. So if you remember, split lunge is gonna be chin up, shoulders straight up and down. They'll be dropping straight down to the floor and straight back up. Gonna weight it though, we're gonna add weight. So I am going to use 25s because that's a weight that I know will challenge me. So go ahead, find whatever weight is best for you. Find your positioning. So side view here. Remember to keep your chin up, drop straight down, come back up. Gonna do 10 per side. There's 2. If you find that this really challenges your balance, there's 4. You could hold a weight in just one hand and hold on to a chair back with the other. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we gotta switch now. More of a forward view. So remember, I've got my feet staggered a bit out to the left and right, not totally in line. There's one. Try not to bang your knee on the floor like I just did. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, carefully set your weights down. We've got one more in our lower body circuit, and then we get a little bit more of an extended break. All right, so for the next one, I will move my bench. We're gonna add weight to this. If you have weights to add, you could use a dumbbell on your lap, or I'm gonna use a bar. So you're gonna get into a position where your upper back is on your bench or on your table, and you want your feet about hip width apart, and you don't be on your elbows. You should be on your back, elbows out to the side for support. You're gonna drop your hips down and you'll push up. So the focus here is on the back of the leg and the glute, so your butt muscles. So we're gonna do that movement, but we're gonna add weight to it. If you're using a bar, it can be helpful to have a towel or something to kind of protect your hips. Same thing, I guess, if you're using a dumbbell that's heavy enough, you're gonna set something, a weight here, you might wanna use a towel. I'm gonna skip it for today. All right, so find your position, drop down on your bench. I usually keep my hands on the bar. If you have a dumbbell, you might want to keep your hands there. And I'm totally on my upper back here. Drop down and push up. Dropping down, pushing up. There's 2. Now I'm going to go to 12 on this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Adjust your feet as necessary. 7, don't come onto your toes. I see a lot of people when they're in this position want to come onto their toes. You don't want that. Because we're really trying to focus in on the backs of the legs and the glutes here. And I lost count again, but that's okay. We'll just do 2 more. I know we gotta be getting close to 12. All right, carefully slide yourself back onto your bench and lower your weight to the floor. So here we're gonna take a little bit more of a break, and then we're gonna go back and do that circuit of exercises again. I'm gonna do it 2 more times before we move on to a couple of upper body circuits, which will go much faster than the lower. I like to focus in on lower body movements, and I tend to do more sets of lower body because these being the biggest muscles in your body, they're gonna give you the biggest bang for your exercise buck. So I almost never do bicep curls or tricep extensions just by themselves. I'm always thinking of multi-joint movements. I'm really focusing in on the lower body because you're working the big muscles. All right, we are going to go back to our deadlift. Now, if you're using a bar and it's fairly heavy, what you're gonna find is that grip strength comes into play. So if you're really struggling to hang on to the bar, you can use a staggered grip. So one hand will be underhand, one hand will be overhand. And that's what I'm going to use for my second set of the deadlifts. So let's find whatever you're using, whether it's dumbbells or a barbell. We're going to go ahead find your weight. Get yourself set up, chin up, bar or weights are close. Pick up with good form. All right, and then first deadlift right here. There's one. Keep the back nice and straight. 2, weight is towards the back of the foot. 3, not too fast. 4, control the movement. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Set down carefully. All right, then we are going to, in a second here, do our goblet squat. So make sure you have that weight handy. Never be afraid to stop for water. All right, weights up, held at the chest. Again, you could use a bar for this. Toes are pointed slightly out. Hips go back. Weight stays towards the back of the foot. So dropping down to our first one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, carefully, once again, put that down. Gonna give ourselves a little bit of a rest again. Then we're gonna do lunges again. So make sure you have your weights for lunges handy. It is very challenging to do this advanced workout and talk at the same time. All right. So grab your weights. Get into your split lunge stance. Chin up, drop straight down. There's 1, 2, 3. Movement should be controlled the whole way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch it up. Make sure you're resetting your form. So I'm bringing my shoulders back, chin comes back up. I tend to want to start to look down a little bit. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, carefully, once again, set weight down, and then to your bench or your table for that hip extension. Head, set the bar or your weight, or you could do this unweighted too. You're still gonna get in some good glute work. All right, find your positioning on your bench. Drop down and then push up. 2, we're gonna go to 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see I've got my toes lifted. 11 and 12. Trying not to come onto my toes through that movement. All right, take a good break here. We got one more round, so you can see we are burning out the lower body here. And then we're gonna move on to a little bit of upper body work, which will be a little bit easier, but I do the lower body at the beginning of my workout so that I have all the energy I need. Because again, we're working these big muscles. All right, I'm gonna grab my towel because I am sweating. All right, gonna go back to our deadlift. We still need to shake it out a little bit, that's okay. This is a pretty taxing workout because we're pulling and pushing heavy weight. All right, I'm gonna use my staggered grip here. Get yourself set up on your bar or using your heavy dumbbells. Look up, kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. Pick that weight up, and I don't count that as my first rep. We're gonna go to 10. 1, 2, 3. That bar should be sliding down your legs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Set down carefully with good form, because usually people don't hurt themselves during the exercise. It's setting it down at the end. All right, we're gonna go back to our squat. So give yourself a second if you need it. Gonna grab your weight, bring it up to the chest. 10 reps here. Somewhere between 8 and 10. We're working on strength. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Rest again. And then we are going to go back to lunges. We're almost done with lower body. Take as much time as you need though. You go into these final sets kind of strong. All right. Staggered stance, chin up, set your shoulders back, both knees bend, drop straight down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Lunges are arguably some of the hardest exercises. Always a heart pumper. All right, final lower body. Find your weight. Set it where it's comfortable. Make sure it's balanced. Positioned on the upper back. I'm going to stabilize my weight with my hands. Drop down and push up. 2. Breathe out as you push the weight up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Careful, careful, sliding back off. And then setting the weight on the floor. All right, so we're gonna take a really good break here, and then we're gonna get into some upper body. All right, so now we are going to focus on upper body. We are still gonna stick with this idea though of kind of burning out our muscles by doing these sets that target the same muscle groups in consecutive exercises. So we're gonna do a little bit less for upper body than we did for lower though. So we're gonna target our back muscles, and then we're also gonna target a little bit of the chest and the shoulders. And I've got 4 exercises. So we're gonna target the back twice, and then we're gonna move to the front, and then we're gonna do that 2 more times. So we're gonna start with what I call a prone Cobra Row. It's ideal if you have a bench that doesn't incline like this one. If you don't, it's okay. So I'm gonna show you, if you don't have a bench, you are going to do the standard bent over row. So bent over row is gonna look like this. You can see I'm kind of squatting, pushing my hips back. My weights are straight down, my arms are straight, and I'm gonna pull my elbows up and back. Keep your back straight the entire time. Choose a weight that challenges you, but you should be able to get through your full range of motion here. If you have an incline bench, you're gonna be face down. You're gonna wanna put your weights on either side, and I'm actually wedging my thigh into that gap there, putting my knees back. It's awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna grab my weights, chin is up, and I'm gonna pull my weights and at the same time try and lift my chest off the bench. So not only am I working my back muscles, I'm also working all the muscles along my spine. So I'm gonna do 10 of these because again, I'm using a weight that's challenging me. I don't think I could get too many more than 10 with these weights. All right, let's go. 10, either this way or bent over row. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, next exercise is still gonna target those back muscles. So we are supersetting. You're gonna want significantly lighter weights though. You're gonna sit on the end of your bench, or you could stand. So if you're gonna stand, just that same bent over position, you're gonna keep your arms straight, so we're not bending the elbows this time. We're gonna come out, so it'll be like a fly. All right, I'm gonna do it seated on the bench. So I'm gonna drop my dumbbells down below my legs and kind of fly them. So this is called a reverse fly. Works a lot of the smaller muscles in your back. So you don't need real heavy weights. 4, and I'm actually gonna go to 12 on this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, I'm gonna leave my weights right here. Now we are going to switch. And this is where we get into efficiency of the workout. We could do our back exercises again 2 more times, but it's more efficient if we allow our back muscles to rest and we switch to the other side. So while our back muscles are resting, we're gonna work shoulders and a little bit of the chest. So I'm gonna use these same weights. And if you don't have an incline bench, you could actually do this on the floor so that you're flat back, or you could do this on a coffee table too, so that you're just laying flat. Gonna get basically the same muscle groups. The incline gets a little bit more of the shoulder. If you're flat, you're gonna get a little bit more of the chest. All right, so dumbbells are gonna go straight up towards the ceiling. Push up, and I'm gonna do 10 here. Still shooting for the 8 to 10, because we're building strength. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. All right, I'm gonna carefully set these weights down. And then I'm gonna grab a slightly lighter set. Again, we're still targeting the front and the shoulders. I'm gonna teach you how to do an upright row. I'm gonna use 20s for that. All right, so upright row. You're gonna hold your dumbbells right at your thighs, so your arms are starting straight. You're gonna drag the dumbbells up the front, keeping the elbows high. You're gonna drag them up to your chin. So it looks like this. There's 1. So if this hurts your shoulders, you could do any other shoulder exercise. For some people, upright rows are not good. You could do side raises, you could do front raises, you could do overhead press. So again, just targeting our shoulders here. All right, grab your weights, chin up, athletic stance. Bring those weights up to your chin, keep the elbows high. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost going to 10, 9, and 10. So I definitely, now we're taking a break. I definitely could not have done 2 or 3 more of those at that weight. So I know for me, using that particular weight was right. So that's kind of how you know if you're using the right weight. By the time you get to your the end of your rep range, so for us it's 8 to 10. If you can't do any more than that, you're somewhere in the ballpark of how heavy you should be lifting. And of course, form comes into play too. You should be able to get those reps with near perfect form. All right. Make sure you're drinking water. Gonna get set up for the back exercises again. So we're gonna allow the shoulders and the front muscles to rest while we go to working the back again. This makes it a little bit more efficient. All right, get yourself set up on your bench, or if you're doing bent over row, whatever your preference is, we're doing 10. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and all right. I'm gonna flip around here, grab my smaller weights for reverse flies. So remember, arms are gonna start pretty straight. Not really a whole lot of movement to the elbow here. Dropping down over my knees as low as I can. And we're doing 12. Definitely want to use lighter weight for this. There's 2, 3, working smaller muscles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Flipping back over to the front. So I'm going to grab my weights for incline. Even though it's not lower body, it's not the big muscles, it still is taxing. Still makes you breathe hard. All right, get yourself set up and push straight up to the ceiling. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gonna set these down out of the way a little bit, and then we've got upright rows. But if you need a break between any of these, take a little bit of one. I can tell after that one, my shoulders are really gonna burn through my upright row. All right, so remember upright row. I'm gonna bring these up to your chin. Elbows stay high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm only gonna get 7, 8 this round. 8, because I can feel that I'm losing form in my low back. So for the next round, as you become more of an advanced lifter, that's something else you need to remember. If you choose a weight and it's too heavy, or if by the 3rd round you're getting too tired to do all of your reps, it is totally okay to bounce back to a lower weight or to do fewer reps. Don't push yourself so far past your limit that you get injured. All right, take a rest here, grab your water. We got one more set of the upper body, and then we're about done. All right. We're gonna start again with that Cobra Row. So get yourself in position, psych yourself up a little bit. 10 reps, final round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Switching to reverse fly. there. Leaning as far as you can over your knees. Arms stay relatively straight. 2, I'm gonna shoot for 12 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, 2 more to go. I'm gonna stick with my heavier weight for the incline press, but I'm probably gonna drop down to the 15s for my upright rows. My shoulders are feeling it today. All right, find your position. Feet flat on the floor if you can. And push up. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Careful, careful lowering. You should always have control of those weights if they're going over your head. All right, last exercise, I am gonna switch out to my 15s so that I can get all 10. Well, maybe I can get all 10. We will see. All right, athletic stance, chin up, pulling up to your chin. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I definitely could not have done more even with the 15s. All right, so that is the workout for today. You should absolutely at this point go cool down a little bit, slow on a bike, walking, do a little bit of stretching. Keep yourself moving because if you don't, you're gonna stiffen up and you'll get very sore if you're not used to an intense workout like this. So, my name is Kelly Baily. I hope you enjoyed the workout today. If you want to get a hold of me, I do training plans, I do face-to-face training, I also do online intermittent fasting programs. You can get a hold of me, I gotta breathe a little bit. You can get a hold of me at kellybaily1980@gmail.com or on my website, www.kellybaily.fit. Thanks.